Hi guys, it's Irit with a new process video, and I am playing with the January hip kit, and today I did something kind of a little bit different than my usual thing. I had these two photos that I took on a lovely day that I spent in Vienna with my husband. You'll probably see photos of that day in future videos. I didn't take a lot, but um, it's just I really love Vienna for various reasons, and I will share some of them on this video. Um, but I wasn't sure what kind of design I was going to go with here, and eventually I decided that they looked really great with that craft background from Amy Tan, and this is from her stitched collection that came out a few months ago. And um, yeah, and we also got in the January color color kit, we got the Dear Lizzie Serendipity 6x6 paper pad, and I love 6x6 paper pads. I really hope we will be getting some more every now and then in our kits, because I think they are so, there's so much paper there and you can really stretch them. So yeah, and I decided, I just kind of noticed it as I was just looking around my products, that the combination of the pinks, the yellow, and the craft with the photos looked really nice together. And so yeah, that's what I decided to go with as my color scheme. And I wasn't sure how to, I mean, one photo is kind of easy for me to build my design around, but when you start working with more photos, it sometimes can get more challenging. And I had these two square photos that I printed with my selfie, and yeah, and I decided to just separate them. And at the beginning I thought I would just have these two main photo clusters, but then I end up adding another two little ones, one for my title and one for my journaling. So I pulled this lovely wood veneer camera. I really liked it. It came in the December kit, and I made a lot of layouts with the December kits, but for some reason I couldn't find the perfect one for this camera. But here it worked just really well, and I really like mixing kits. I keep my previous kits close by, and also I kind of know what came with which kit most of the time. So I know where to go when I just need something a little extra, and yeah, to add to my page. And I'm also going to use a few of the cork pieces, and I'm just fussing around there a little bit because I wanted to get it in the right height, because that little piece of cork was half on the photo and half on the camera. So I'm just adding some foam adhesive. And yeah, there's not a lot more to this design. I just really liked building all the layers behind the photos with little bits and pieces of paper, and also the acetate sheet. You can add vellum, you can just add regular like printer paper, just to give it more layers and interest. And yeah, so these photos are of one of my favorite places in Vienna, if not the most favorite. It's called the MQ, and that stands for the Museum Quarter. And it used to be stables, I think, like horse stables. I better Google that, but because my husband told me, and he's usually trustworthy, but you never know when he's gonna give me some weird fact that might be completely bogus. So he says that these used to be like the royal stables or something like that. And I think a few years ago, I don't think this is like really, like the stables are old, but I think the rest of it they added a few other buildings. I think it's relatively new for, an old European city. Um, so there's just like a few museums in that little area, and modern museum mostly. There's modern art museum, and then a couple of other ones. I think also something with some connection to the cinema, I think, or I don't know. I've actually been to I think I've been to all of them, but they have a lot of like changing exhibitions, and I've been visiting Vienna, well, relatively frequently ever since I met my husband. When we met, he was living in Vienna, and so I used to, I was still in university, but I used to fly there whenever I could, and it was just, our magical time together, and we explored the city together. And it's definitely my favorite European capital, with the exception of London, because I don't know, there's just nothing like London. I think it's just, besides the fact that I love like all the history in the museums in London, it's also so much easier when everything is in English, and the theater, I mean, the theater alone is a reason to go to London. Yeah, so London is my top, top one, but Vienna is, yeah, also at the top for various reasons, just because, it has such a special place in my heart, because, yeah, that's where we spent a lot of time together and got to know each other, and it's just beautiful. It's a classic European city, with a very, like, interesting, but more than interesting, rich history, and it used to be the center of an empire, so there's a lot to see there. But the nice thing about it is that the center is very small, and you can walk around and reach many of the sites just on foot. And yeah, in that area somehow we always find ourselves gravitating toward it, the MQ, and there are like these lovely coffee shops there. Vienna is also famous for its coffee houses. Some of them are really old, and the waiters are notoriously cranky, but it's only semi-true from my experience, but some are really grumpy. Um, but yeah, it's just, it has this grandeur about it, but it's still very friendly for the carless tourist, student, whatever. And yeah, and one of the places we always go to is this one particular coffee house. I think I made a layout about that, but it's called Die Halle, and they just have like these nice big coffee cups like in France. Yeah, that's why I go to Vienna, to feel like I'm in Central Perk. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's just, I don't know, somehow one of those places that we keep coming back to. And yeah, so I just made like a few layouts. Probably maybe I'll make a couple more just about that day. I've been wanting to spend the day in Vienna just with my husband for months now, and somehow it never works out. It's like either the weather is horrible, or we don't really have a good arrangement for our daughter, and we most of the time we just do things like all together. But Vienna, especially in the winter, it's just not a very friendly place to walk around with a small child, and especially when we just want to like sit in coffee shops and take it really easy. So So yeah, this really worked out well, and it was just lovely. I mean, the weather was kind of bad, everything gray and windy and cold, but yeah, I just love it there. And yeah, it's definitely, if you had to visit one European capital, and you already visit London for a reason, then I would say definitely go to Vienna, because it's just beautiful, and it's a really good, um, like, classic European city. It's just beautiful, beautiful, and there's so much to do. Great museums. The architecture is amazing. You can get really good schnitzel there, and you can see an opera, or go to a concert, and it's just, yeah, it's just beautiful. I can't, I'm repeating myself, but that is the truth. So you see me fussing around with all kinds of embellishments, and um, it actually came together rather fast, this layout, or I don't know, I was just enjoying it so much that I wasn't paying attention to the time. But this is a really simple design that you can, you know, create with every products you have, with your scraps, with, just grab a 6x6 paper pad and do something similar. And I really like those two little clusters. I wasn't thinking about doing something like that, but I just really like how it turned out. I wasn't sure where to add my title once I put down the two photos, and then I thought, yeah, maybe I should try something like this. And I'm just adding a little detail with that white gel pen to the cork, just because I can't leave things alone. um, but I really like the color scheme on this layout, and I'm just really pleased with how it turned out. I had a few leaves left over from another layout that I made, that I thought I would use them, and I ended up not using them, and they were just, they worked really lovely with this layout. And I'm trying to add that piece of flair. I really like it, and I already wanted to use it on another layout, but it didn't work out, and finally I found the perfect place. There it goes. Um, yeah, and those glitter pink letters are so cute. I really like them. They came also in the main kit. And that is it for my layout. There you can see some close-ups, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.